This is how and why we bought a tiny house at 19 years old, part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, go watch that one first. So when we called the number that was on this homemade for sale sign, it was a really nice older woman who was wanting to sell the house with no realtor. So we just went ahead and set up a time to view the house with her. When we first got to the house, there was definitely a few things that stood out to me. Number one being how small this house really was. Since she was still living there and not showing it through a realtor, she had all of her stuff in there. And we also couldn't help but notice that there was no kitchen. In fact, there was no appliances at all besides the fridge. It was very hard to imagine how we were going to fit a dishwasher, a stove, and cabinets in this space, as well as laundry somewhere else throughout the house. One thing this house did have, though, was a huge, beautiful backyard, which was a huge seller for me on this house. So I really wanted to try to make the inside work. So with a few pictures that the seller allowed us to take, my mom and I started really planning out the kitchen and seeing what we could fit where and how we would fit it. Ultimately, we decided we could make it work, and we put in an offer for asking price since she did have the price really, really low to start with. She was really thrilled with this offer, and she let us know immediately that she was going to accept it. I would say the waiting period for when we could get moved in felt really long, but honestly, we had so many things to get lined up, especially with the kitchen. Let me tell you, the overwhelm of too many options is a real thing. You think that it would be so freeing to be able to start new, but it is so overwhelming to not have a base to start on. One of my favorite interior designers once said that the lack of limitations is the end of creativity. I did eventually make my mind up on going with an acacia wood butcher block for the countertops and going with this kind of in-between blue color for the cabinets. The kitchen was definitely not the only house project we had to get done. We actually painted every single room in this house. When I say we, I mean we as in my family. We did not hire any of this work done, which is in large part how we made it work financially. While I would love to go into the details of everything more, I think I will leave that for another video. So for now, that's all, and I'll see you guys later.